Hello students. So today I'm going to start with the chapter that is wind, storms and cyclones. So in this chapter we are going to understand what is wind, what is the definition for storm and what is cyclone. And there are some other parameter also which we are going to discuss about in this particular chapter. So let us start with the definition of wind. So wind is horizontal movement of air. So that is the horizontal motion of the air that is called as wind. And a wind with a speed of 10 to 20 km per hour, it is known as gentle breeze. So it is gentle breeze which is known as which is a speed of 10 to 20 km per hour. Whereas if the speed of the wind is going to increase and it is in the range of 60 to 90 km per hour, then we are going to call it as storms. And a wind is cyclone with a speed of more than 120 km per hour, and it's usually accompanied by strong spiraling winds. So that is known as cyclone. So we will discuss this cyclone in detail in the later on slide. Now, if wind in a form of storms or cyclone can be destructive and it can cause disaster. So these disasters, like if we discuss in the year of 2020, so we have seen various cyclones which has hit India. So you can see these are the images of the cyclone which appears at regular interval of time and specifically in summer season. So we are having recent history of Nilwar, which hit and on the Tamil Nadu coast. Similarly, Amphan is there, which is there in the West Bengal and Odisha region, and Nisarga, it is the latest one which has hit Maharashtra area. So these are the recent episode of the cyclone, which has created lots of destruction and loss to the life and the materials. Now the question arises why these storms are so destructive. And one more question is there, that why the wind blow. So the answer of these two questions are common, that is air pressure. So remember, the pressure applied by air on the surface of any object is called as air pressure. So that is the definition of air pressure. So look at this body of human. So normally a body of human feels the air pressure all around its surface. Similarly, any object if we are going to place, so it is also going to face the pressure which is exerted by the air onto its whole body. So this is basically known as air pressure. So we all are facing this air pressure. So this, why this air pressure? So what is the reason behind this air pressure? This air pressure is due to the atmosphere. Remember, atmosphere is a blanket of air which is surrounding our earth all around. So as you can see, so this is going to put a pressure onto the objects which are placed onto the earth surface. Now, why our body do not crush down? So what is the reason? So how we bear this much of air pressure? So the answer is fluid pressure. So it is a fluid which exerted in opposite direction. So this is the air pressure direction, but there is a fluid which produce a pressure against this air. So because of this fluid pressure only, our body do not crush down. Now let us verify one more thing. We are going to verify the air pressure. So this experiment is very common experiment. You can also do at your home. So in this you have to take a glass and fill it with water. Now what you have to do is, I am going to show you the slide again so you can watch it. So here you have to invert it and you will see the cardboard which is attached to the mouth of the glass is not going to fall. It is due to the pressure applied by the air onto the this side, as you can see in this image. So it is due to the air pressure applied onto the this side. Blue color arrow is representing the air pressure. So because of air pressure, this cardboard is not getting down. So that is the thing. So this is what is shown in this particular experiment, as you can see again. So this is how you can do also. So this is due to the air pressure. Now let us take the example of one another instrument. It is a device which is available in your home also. So this is rubber sucker. So as you can see, this rubber sucker is going to be fixed onto the wall. So here you can see when we are pressing this rubber sucker, so the air present between these rubber sucker and the wall will go out. So there will be low air pressure, and because of the high atmospheric pressure, because atmospheric pressure will be greater, so this rubber sucker will stick onto the wall. So like this. So these are the rubber suckers or rubber pad which is used, same phenomena is used over here to take out or to carry out some objects like glass objects. So this is very common device which is available in the shops which are like doing the glass framing kind of shops. So they are having this kind of device to hold the glass object. Now the thing is we can verify the air pressure with the help of this experiment. As you can see, this is can crushing experiment. So this experiment is very simple. So what you have to take is you have to take the empty can which may be of any beverage like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. So drain it out all the liquid, so just pour it out so it will be empty. Now put some amount of water into it, and when and start heating it. When the fumes or water vapors will start coming out of this opening, so what you have to do is you have to close this lid. Now you have to place this hot water can into the cold water tumbler, as you can see in this diagram. So when we will put it into the cold water, so we have to be very careful because this is very much hot that time. So what you have to do is when we are going to put it into the cold water or icy water, so the can will implode. Implode means to say it will crush inside. So like this. So the shape of the can you can see. So it will be crushed. This is known as can implode. So why it has happening? So it is happening because the pressure inside this can become low because of this process, and the atmospheric pressure or the air pressure outside the can will become more. So that is why it will be crushing. So like this. So this is the thing that is known as can crushing experiment. So these experiments shows that there is that difference in air pressure can generate a force. So by having these experiments like rubber sucker, or we have seen the glass and cardboard experiment, similarly crane crushing experiment. So this is going to show us that if there is difference in the air pressure, so it is going to generate a force, and this force act in a direction of high pressure to the low air pressure. So remember this thing. So this force is going to apply from the direction of high air pressure to the low air pressure. So this is what happens when we do these kind of experiment. Now the question, one more question arises, that do you think air pressure help us in drinking liquids using straw? So you have used drinking straw many times, and by using these liquid straw you can simply suck the water or the liquid inside your mouth. So this is again due to the change in air pressure. So when we are sucking anything from the this drinking straw, so what happens, so the liquid or the juices or the cold tea, whatever it is, so it will be, so because of our suction part, so a low pressure will be generated over here. So this point will be having low pressure area, and automatically because atmospheric pressure is also available, so it will push the water into this liquid because of it will become high in pressure. So this high pressure atmosphere pressure will press the or push the water or liquid into the straw, and it will go up. So because of change in pressure, high pressure and low pressure, we will be able to drink any kind of liquid with the help of drinking straw. So this I mean because of atmospheric pressure this is working. Otherwise if you are going to use same setup in the space, so it will be very much difficult. You cannot easily suck the water because there in the space atmospheric pressure is not available because no atmosphere is there. So that is the thing related with it. So there are many example. Even if you are going to fill the syringe with the medicine, so that time also this air pressure is required. So there are many other examples of this air pressure. Now, this is the new concept and very important also, that high speed wind causes reduced pressure. So when the speed of the wind is very high, so it is going to create reduced pressure. Pressure is going to be dropped down, or it is going to be reduced. So this is basically proved by a mathematician. He was the Swiss mathematician from the Switzerland, and his name was Daniel Bernoulli. So according to him, so what he has observed, that when air moves with an increased speed, its pressure drops or goes down. So that is the mean. So I mean, when the speed of the wind is very high, so it will leads to the drop in its pressure. So like this. So this activity basically showing you that if you are going to place a ribbon around your mouth, that is around your lower lip, so if you are, putting or if you are allowing the air passing out from your mouth very quickly, so what will happen, the strip of the paper will become straight. So why it will move upward? Because of the high speed wind blowing out of your mouth, so there will be reduce in pressure, the pressure will reduce. So that is why, because high pressure will be maintained onto the bottom side of this strip, so this strip will become straightened. Similarly, again you can watch this. So here you can see, so same experiment is doing with the other angle. So this is the strip which is bent downward, but when we are going to blow out the air out of our mouth, so this will become like this, almost straightened. So this is what, so because of the high pressure onto the bottom side and low pressure onto the upper side, because upper side we are moving the air very quickly. Similarly, this experiment also suggests you that if you are going to place two balloon, and between two balloon if you are passing the air with the help of your mouth, so these balloon will come closer to each other. Why? Because this side and this side will be high pressure, and because this wind is blowing out of your mouth, so it will create low pressure area. So that is basically due to change in pressure, high versus low, so this balloon will come closer, so both the balloons will come to this center part like this. So this is what basically shown in this figure. Now same is happening with the roof of the houses, which blow off when the air is high speedy or air is or wind is blowing. So when this, what happens to this roof of this house, so same thing happens. So when the wind is blowing, so because of low pressure, because high speed wind are there, so low pressure will be generated over the roof of the house, and automatically the inside the house there will be high pressure, automatically it will become high, although it was normal, but it will become high when low pressure is created over its surface. So because of this, this part of the roof or this part of the house, that is roof, will blow off. So this is happening in the case of, so this is the same theory, that high speed winds creating, or there will be a drop in pressure, that is air pressure. Now there is one more parameter about the air, that we are, if we are going to provide heat to the air, so it will expand. So that is also the things related with the air. So this happens when we do the heating, so air will expand, and we will, if we will cool the air, so it will contract. So this is the phenomena. Now this experiment or this setup you have already seen in the previous chapter. So you can see, if we are going to apply heat onto this water, so this water basically, and yes, this is the air filled inside this bottle, so this heat will transfer to the bottle, and the molecule of the air will start moving fast, and it will expand basically. And because of this, this whole, I mean, balloon will inflate because of the, because air is expanding. So this is an experiment which is showing you the, how the air expand on heating. Now when the heat, I mean air is hot enough, so it is going to rise up. So this is another phenomena. So hot air become lighter and rises up. So when we are going to provide heat to the air, so it will expand. So, and when it will expand, so its density will become low and it will rise up. So this is the thing. So similarly, this is the experiment you can see. So you can take a paper bag like this inverted and put a candle. So this is the hanger kind of thing. Onto this only paper bag is associated, onto this paper bag is there with burning candle at the bottom. So the air of this area will become hot, and it will become light, and it will rise up. So because of the rising up, so it will rise the paper bag also. So this paper bag will go up, and the other side paper bag will go down. So this is the thing. So it become lighter, so lighter air will become, will cause this paper bag to move up like this. Okay, now if we are going to talk about this phenomena, so this phenomena also act in the movement of air. So this heating of the air will allow it to become lighter in weight, and it will make the air to rise up. So this is what happens in the case of movement of air. So this topic of movement of air, that is forming the wind current, so we will discuss in the next part of the video. Thank you.